If you've got a baby that likes to start their day between 4:30 and 5:30 a.m. and doesn't go back to sleep when you'd ideally like to start the day at 7, you may be considering using a bridging nap. Now, a bridging nap is sort of a micro sleep that just helps to take the pressure off the overtiredness, and then you move on with your day and your schedule. Perhaps you've just been bringing that first nap of the day earlier because otherwise you're left with a really long wake window. Now, a bridging nap could be done, let's say, at 6:45, 7 a.m. Maybe you've done the first milk feed of the day and then your baby has drifted off in your arms, and we're going to cap that at 10 to 15 minutes max so that it doesn't act as a full restorative sleep cycle. But I really only use them up until about the age of 4, maybe 5 months, and really off a very early start, because otherwise babies can get used to it. But if you've got an older baby, I would not be bringing their nap too far forward, because that in and of itself will reinforce that early rise. And what I mean by that is your baby wakes at 5:30 a.m. They stay in their cot babbling away until 7, maybe there's some shouting, and then you put them down at 8:30 for a nap. Let's say they're 9 months old. Their little internal clock is going to say, oh, I don't need to fall back asleep at 5:30 because I get a nap at 8:30. And we want to retrain their body clock to say, oh, it's not worth waking up for, I'm going to fall asleep at 7 and then I'm going to have my first sleep at 9:30, for example. So for older babies, I truly just push through. Now, whenever we're fixing any kind of sleep issue, overtiredness nearly always occurs when we're making change. And that definitely happens when we are fixing an early rise and a baby doesn't go back to sleep. So sometimes we just have to embrace the overtiredness whilst we fix the early rise and push through to the scheduled nap time. And if you think about it like jet lag, we're always a bit overtired when we are jet lagged and coming back from a different country, but we just have to push through to, well, if it's a baby, nap time. If it's a grown-up, we just have to push through to a more appropriate bedtime while our brain adjusts to the time change. I hope that answers the question.